Did y'all shit yourselves?
Dude, I hope at least one person was just like, no.
I hope there's one person listening to it on the bathroom, so it's really convenient.
I hope
where
one
they're
person
at.
listening to this has coronavirus.
So what y'all heard was a really topical, poorly made joke by Nate. And what the intro was was the brown note. Hence our question. Nate, did you? I didn't have to listen to it because I didn't have to listen to the intro. And knowing what's in this video, I'm not going to watch episode 38 because I don't want to have the brown note.
Knowing what we're already talking about, I don't want to listen to this episode.
The brown. Well, what's the brown note, Nate?
Dude, the brown note it's like the, what's it called? Binaural beats. Don't laugh at me.
Is that his producer tag? The binaural beats.
It's like, yo, binaural beats.
So Diego played it, and then he prefaced it with the warning. The warning basically just gives you like what you're about to hear is the brown note.
It was the
You will-
serious warning.
You have
ever.
been warned.
You
Like
have
it'll
been
make
warned.
you poop or whatever. It'll make you use the restroom. And then it's just like a regular.
Just
well, y'all
a
heard
wacky,
it. Yeah.
like somebody's first
You-
garage
maybe
band
on
beat.
Yeah, it's like they wanted criticism, but they didn't know how to upload it, so they just called it the brown note. And
Dude,
they're
I kind
like,
of get
"Here
it
you
though.
go."
I kind of get it
Here
though.
you
Like
go.
it sounds like
Like being worried about what you create.
yeah.
Oh, we just got real. Sorry. Yeah.
Have you ever been scared
and just
about what
naming
you
it like the
create?
brown note? All right.
Dude.
Well, off to a good start.
You just started the timer. We're a minute 30 in.
Whatever, dude.
Whatever, dude. Dude, just what do you know?
I listened to the brown note this morning, and
My alarm is actually the brown note, which a lot of people don't know.
dude, that's a horrible way to
Yeah,
wake up.
no. Well, that's why.
Well, it
that's
gets
why I
you
send.
up.
That's why I send somebody texts like, "Can we move the recording times?"
Yes, you're right.
It's because I'm always having to clean up shit. in my bed.
token late guy. Haha.
Yeah.
It's just my personality. I just can't get to work on time.
You know what? I'm just
We
late.
no longer need you in the company.
Okay,
Yeah.
This
You're
is my-
showing up late.
and I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
I had to get a bacon, egg, and cheese
Yeah, you didn't get anybody else one.
because I
even though
thought
you were
y'all
late.
went got one. I thought y'all went got a bacon,
No,
egg,
the
and
classic.
cheese.
I didn't get you anything because I thought you went and got something yourself. That's what I do with
The-
birthdays.
the token.
Yeah.
The token.
I do that
thought
with
you
Christmas
got something.
too.
You're like
this isn't the Roast Nate podcast. I'm sorry.
the
Never
Roast Nate
mind.
podcast is on Tuesdays.
Yeah, exactly. With the two other
But
guests.
what is this?
Yeah, really. At the end of the day, what is this?
It's Small Talk with the Big Boys, episode 38. I'm Nate.
I'm Juan. That was a long intro.
That was a long intro. It was a nice cold open.
Y'all stuck along for that ride,
Dude. Dude, we've been
This is the
gone
real
all week.
episode now.
Yeah, now
That was
now
all
we're in-
B-roll.
Yeah, that was entirely B-roll.
All right.
Dude, wait, what?
No, just
Hold on.
warning.
Is there a drink called the Brown Note?
That sounds like a house special. Like let's say like you have a
They
bar
were like,
in your
what do you have
restaurant.
on tap?
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
like, we have the Brown Note.
What do you have on tap? The brown. That sounds like you said, like a garage.
Honestly,
band.
if
Like
yeah,
yeah. Like imagine you're at like Kick Butt Coffee, and it just says playing tonight the brown
The
note. And it's
Brown
this
Note.
poster.
and you're just like, and you like look at whoever you're with, and you're like, I didn't. Think
Is that
they would
Post
have live
Malone?
music tonight.
That looks like Post Malone.
I think this is his new album cover.
Yeah, the brown note by
The
Post
Brown
Malone.
Note by Post Malone. They do this every year. Dude, we've been gone a week. Last time we were here, we had the sweet boy himself, Logan
Caraway.
Caraway.
I don't mind name dropping. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll name drop him.
I'll address drop him too.
Dude, how often do you name drop? Do you have anyone you can name drop? Have you ever, like, not even just like famous people, just like people
Yeah.
that you kind of know, like
Yeah.
you just like kind of dropped them?
I name drop you. I name drop myself a lot because I'm introducing myself to people who don't know me.
And they're like, dude, did you really just name drop yourself?
Mm-hmm.
And they get pissed. They're like, come on, man.
And I do it with my chest too, though, because if you're gonna be confident about something, you might as well be
You-
confident about your name.
The term "do it with your chest" I feel like embodies you fully. You do
Cool.
a lot with your chest.
You think so?
Yeah.
See, I can't say that. I can't say that about myself because I don't see myself. But hey, I don't
Because
know what
I
that
can't
means.
look at
I don't know
myself.
what it means, but I appreciate it.
But I appreciate it.
I've been doing push-ups, so maybe that's why.
My
you know.
chest just looks bigger, and I know it.
There is a thing about thinking about what do people lead with. I learned that in my wee
What do
years
people-
at theater. Like
What do people eat with?
lead with. Like
Oh.
I lead with my chest.
You do lead with your
actually.
chest.
Yeah, and apparently, like it's pretty interesting to character.
I lead with my ankles, and I know it.
Really?
I have no clue.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool though.
Yeah,
like,
just
like
like-
you're always in like a old cartoon, Walt Disney style.
I'm always
walking down
in wide-legged pants, stealing
Mhm.
Mickey's girl.
and like whistling.
Yeah.
Exactly. I can't whistle, so
Neither can I.
really,
Dude.
neither of us can whistle.
No.
Oh, we're both the
I-
crutch.
I've hated it. You know what I also can't do?
We're both
I
the
also-
weakest link.
I
How are
can't
we-
raise one eyebrow.
Really?
I can't do that.
You can't
I can't look-
DreamWorks face.
I can't look promiscuously.
You can't fall on your ground. You can't look at James Harden fall and you'd be like,
I can't look at
that's-
James Corden falling and go, that's...
So when you meet Dwayne the Rock Johnson and he does that, he'll be making fun of you.
Yeah, he'll be like, ha, you don't know how to do it. I was in Central
And
Intelligence.
he'll pick you up by your head and
Yeah, and he'll shake me.
then he'll squeeze your
And he'll be
head
like,
until-
I was Samoan.
and he'll-
And he'll be like, was Samoan? What happened?
then a whole conspiracy with Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Dude, what were we... Oh,
Yeah,
I was about to go on
whoops.
a full rant, get mad. Oh, James Corden, because James Harden was on the screen.
Ah.
Dude, I learned that James Corden's actually not a good dude.
Oh,
You already didn't. You
I
already,
didn't really know that.
Yeah.
What do you mean you already?
Well, because Diego's told us this.
Oh, what did he do? I don't remember what Diego told us.
Didn't you
Tell
know?
us. He
Diego
probably- I
told
mean,
us
yeah,
this.
Diego point. So remind me what Diego said, and then also remind
He just
me.
told me that he's really not a good dude. He's kind of just like somebody who like
You heard it here first.
let fame get to his head, and apparently a lot of people
I can see
people
that.
people in the UK hate him
Okay, delve deeper into this.
Like,
This is
he's-
the James Gordon
because he
podcast
he
now
was
because
on
I'm interested.
he was on a TV show. That's how he got his start. Was he was on a TV show, like a British sitcom
I remember seeing something like that.
in like a long time ago, and a lot of people really liked him, and then he just like kind of became what he is now in the UK, where he was just everywhere, and none of
Oh,
it was
God.
really good, but you just saw him everywhere, and people were like, Jesus.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
that is how I feel when I see him. I'm like,
That's how I feel when I see him. I'm
Jesus.
just like, come on. But
Ugh.
then he sold out. He came to America and like sold out, and now he's like America's boy. And
that is- so he's like a sellout basically.
Yeah, he's a sellout. Also, like there was like a whole issue with he's also like super disrespectful to people, and there's also like a whole thing with Sir Patrick Stewart at an award show that I didn't look into.
I don't know, man. He just seems very. Even when he hosted one of those award shows a while ago, I was like, man, that was kind of cringe, bro.
Yeah,
I was like,
I
I don't want
don't-
to watch that. And I was just like, what is your character? What is your personality? I wonder what he thinks
bit you're
about when he looks
doing?
at himself,
Do you think he's just like, I was in Cats
dude.
was Buster
What
Fit
if he just hears this and gets super pissed?
and gets so sad?
You gotta
and,
watch
like,
what we say
cancels
about
us?
him.
Dude. I'll
if
have
he cancels us, then we'll get.
dude. I'll have
no
Twitter
free
beef.
clout.
I'll have Twitter beef with James Corden. I'm not scared. But something that upset me though about the Cats movie, he was like, I didn't see Cats. I heard it was terrible. And I was like, dude, you're in Cats. You can't say anything.
Yeah, it's kind of just being an asshole.
Yeah.
Like what you don't.
Yeah.
You know,
What?
yeah, like even if something's bad, no person who's been in it ever has been like, this is like, you know, you gotta respect
Like
what they
if
paid
it's-
you to do.
If you're in a bad movie, you hold that with your chest. He's just
Mm.
like, I didn't see Cats. I heard it was bad.
Oh, and he does like weird, like homophobic sketches, and so yeah, he's just all around
Not a great dude.
Okay, so I see why James Corden is canceled in Nate's
Yeah.
book.
Oh, I think I remember why. I think I remember what happened with Sir Patrick Stewart and James
Sir,
Corden.
I love that you have to say
You
sir.
have to because he's knighted, dude.
That's so weird, though. Let's
Yeah.
talk about
the fact that
anyways.
you can get knighted.
Anyways, I
But
want to hear Sir.
What
Patrick
happened?
Stewart
What
speak.
happened was I think Sir Patrick Stewart was accepting an award, and you okay over there?
I'm just doing a bit with.
I'm
Jack.
just doing a bit. So he was accepting an award, and I think James Corden was either hosting the award show or he was just presenting the award. But I think he was hosting. But Sir Patrick Stewart came up on stage and he was like, "Please, James Corden, could you at least look like you want to be here in the slightest?" And just started going in on him.
What the? Wow.
And he was like, and
Sir Patrick Stewart had some. Dude, he's. Hey, I mean, he's from the place,
Mhm.
so he's probably like, dude, I get a free shot.
Yeah, he's like, I get a
to
free shot at
just-
this bozo, and then he was like,
this pose.
and then he was like, from where I'm sitting, I can see your belly, and just
Yo.
going in, and then they had a genuine.
When was this?
This was a couple years ago, like back when he was still 2010.
Holy shit.
But yeah, and they had like a real wild interaction on stage, and it's all like there's a video of it. It's all just
Documented.
there.
Imagine somebody. That's something that I saw with the Pete Davidson stand up when he talked about. Did you watch that yet?
I did watch it, and I really liked that.
I
which
haven't
I do
finished
want to
it,
talk
but
about.
I really enjoy it.
I think I
but
have like 12 minutes left.
just like react, just like kind of when he met Louis
Louis
C.K. and he just
CK?
hated. Yeah, it's like it's weird that people, if you become famous and meet those people, like it's just like those people could be different. And
Yeah.
that's just interesting to.
Also, it's weird
Interesting point.
that Louis C.K. story was weird.
Yeah, that was weird. But that's E-News segment for
I-
big boys.
dude-
I want to talk about being knighted actually, because imagine.
Would you accept being knighted? Can you be knighted if you're not a UK citizen?
Well, Sir Patrick Stewart did, and he was an X-Men.
But I don't know.
So I think that probably.
If you're in
that
one American
probably-
movie,
yeah.
you're an American citizen.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure you can get knighted if you're.
I like that
fucking
you. I like
idiot.
that you were like, "Come on, dude. He was an X-Man. You can get knighted if you're an
Dumbass.
X-Man."
Everybody knows that.
Would you get knighted? Would you accept Would you accept knighthood?
Yeah. What do I gotta lose by being called Sir Juan Lopez?
Dude, that'd be so cool.
So I mean, I just wonder if it holds the same weight
Sir Juan
to
Lopez.
people.
I think it
Like,
would.
if
Would you correct people if they just went, "Oh, Juan Lopez"? You'd be like, "Sorry."
It's like when you get your
Sir.
PhD, dude.
You're like doctor.
Yeah, like imagine going to school for plus hours of than you have to.
Yeah.
It's like damn.
I have.
Like you can call me. Yeah,
you
go
call
ahead
me
and call me
Dr.
doctor.
Lopez.
Especially if like you become like a heart surgeon or something.
Yeah, something that matters.
Grey's Anatomy really romanticized being a doctor. I almost
A lot
was
of
a
them,
biology major.
dude. I
Biologically.
almost was an
English
orthopedic
major.
surgeon,
Fixing the things people walk on.
fixing the bones.
Fixing the bones.
And
Oh,
not
is that
just-
orthopedic? Oh yeah. For some reason, orthopedic. I thought
Oh,
pediatric. I
yeah,
thought feet. I don't
pediatrics.
know. I thought just feet. So what was I gonna say? What'd you have to say about Cheer? You said.
Oh, I was gonna talk about. Have you watched? I'm assuming you haven't watched the documentary on Netflix.
Okay. First of all, documentaries on Netflix need to start saying their documentaries up front, because that show Don't Fuck with Cats or whatever. I didn't know it was an actual documentary. I thought it was a edited.
Like you
Like
thought it was
real
like one of those
show.
like bit shows.
Yeah, and it was like an actual thing about a serial killer, and I watched it. and I was like, oh, it took me like.
Was it
10
about a serial
minutes.
killer?
Yeah, it took me like 10 minutes to. Yeah, he like killed cats or something. Whatever.
Oh,
But yeah, that's you.
we're back in the meme maker, and I hate it.
That's what you look like.
That's what you look like
That's what
to
you
me.
look like when you send the text.
As soon as I wake up, and I'm like, "Hey guys, can we move the recording times?"
That's you.
That's
Okay,
you.
but yeah, documentaries on Netflix aren't what they seem.
Yeah,
to you,
no.
Cheer.
Because they also like documentaries on Netflix always just want to be like, "Oh, we're not documentaries." Like they want to add a cool, fun twist to it, but you're like, "Dude, just release a documentary."
They'd be releasing random stuff that I
Yeah.
don't even know, like the Pokemon movie in CGI. I didn't.
What
know
is that?
It's the same exact movie. I didn't know. I had to look it up.
Is it just the same as the Pokemon
yeah,
movie?
it was
Because
just
I saw
CGI.
like a
and
clip.
that's kind of cool, but I just didn't know what it was.
I
you
saw
know?
like a clip on YouTube, and it was just like the clone battle, and I was like, "Wait, that was in the first Pokemon movie too." And they were like, "No, but it's different."
Whoa, no, but it's
Whoa!
different.
No, but it's different this time. But anyways, so the show Cheer follows like the US's top collegiate cheer team, and like you watch them as they like prepare for like the big national
And
championship.
who is it, by the way? Give
It's-
them clout.
Navarro College in
Okay.
Texas, like 40 minutes away from Dallas.
Really?
And it's by the same people. Did you ever watch Last Chance U?
No.
So Last Chance U is another documentary on Netflix about like the top junior college football team in America, and like follows them and stuff. But I didn't expect to watch. I didn't think I was gonna watch Cheer, and then Harley showed it to me, and then I couldn't stop watching it until I finished it.
Really? I have a
It's-
friend who.
It's actually it's actually pretty good. I think you'd enjoy it.
I mean, now that I know that it's real, there's an allure to it that I want to watch now.
Yeah, it's not a documentary. It's not a reality show. It's an actual documentary,
Oh,
and it's really
hell
cool.
yeah! I've heard little nuances about it that I really liked, and yeah, I'm
It's
interested
fun.
in it.
It's a fun little watch. And you actually like it's odd because you don't realize it, but you really fall in love with everybody on the show quick.
That's awesome. You know what I feel like? I feel like I would become a cheerleader in another life.
Oh, for sure.
Like when I was growing up, I
You would-
definitely thought about it. I was like, that'd be kind of fun to be that like athletic type thing.
Dude, they're so athletic. And I wouldn't be surprised if you had the first time we met you were just like, "Oh yeah, I'm a cheerleader."
Really, I
Yeah.
exude that energy.
I tumble.
I say it with my chest and I tumble.
I say it with
To-
my chest
according to
and lead
Nate.
with my ankles. And I tumble.
Yeah,
Dude.
I would do that though. Like, I mean, just any gymnast. Like, imagine being able to hand walk. That's awesome. So, Sorry, I got
We got jump scared
by the
by the
thing
invisible
that's on
man.
the screen.
I hate that little smirk he has.
Yeah.
But no, you'd be a cheerleader in your past life.
In another life, yeah, maybe even a cheer coach.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not do it?
If I had immortal life, that's the like
Dude.
on year 999, I'll probably end up having to do that
Have
because
it,
I've done
yeah.
everything else.
they'll
you
just
know?
be like, Juan, can you please just coach this cheer team? And you're like, I guess.
Like, people are like, oh, that would suck to be immortal, but I'm like, you could do everything.
You could do everything.
You could do everything.
Yeah. And there'd be a point where you did everything.
Yes, like in the mathematics standpoint, it will take a very long time, but there will be a point you have,
Where
done,
you have
everything
done everything.
in your realm of exist. Like, let's say the Earth dies and you're a black hole, whatever, and you're just sitting there, and then it's black.
Yeah.
Well, you did everything in that.
In that-
what you
in
could
that
do.
sense.
Now you're just kind of floating.
Yeah. It's like, come on, dude, don't feel bad.
You
Like,
might end up
did
floating to
everything.
another place since you're immortal. Do you think immortal would have a limit? Like, oh, you're immortal, but you have to be like on Earth. or
I don't
not
know,
in
dude.
Space,
I feel like you would just be immortal. And
right?
if- and then if
that means you'd be floating in space if that thing blew up.
Wouldn't that be terrifying?
Wouldn't that also mean you
That'd
could
be
breathe
such
underwater?
a painful existence.
There's too many.
There's too many
logistics
here.
in immortality.
Or what if, like, since you're immortal, you're just forever drowning?
Oh, I feel like you could get used to it at some point,
Yeah.
like LCL fluid.
Oh yeah.
Cut that out. Cut that out.
Cut that out.
Don't
Cut that
keep
out. Cut
that
that out.
in.
I didn't mean to say that.
But yeah.
But oh yeah, watch Cheer, dude.
Yeah.
We had Super Tuesday, like what Logan Caraway talked about the other day, and
Nobody showed up.
no one showed up.
It was the first day of school. Man, it was weird how they were suppressing votes.
Yeah, right.
That's really, I mean, that happens every time. I feel like saying it now is kind of like pointless, whatever, because that just,
Dude, I'm gonna be 100%
it's
honest.
just going to keep happening. And it's just,
I can't stand. Like, I get like
I can't stand.
I can't stand the like the aggressive go vote Twitter posts.
I
If
mean,
you wanna- if you wanna
honestly,
make
our
me-
last podcast was pretty aggressive. Go vote.
It was pretty aggressive.
But now that it's
like,
actually happened,
but it was like, it's not just like, but like, you know what I'm talking
I'll
about. Like
admit,
the Twitter,
I'll raise my hand. I wanted to bring awareness, but I myself worked a double and I wasn't able to go to San Antonio and vote.
I was about to say you
My
had
bad. My bad.
You had to go all, which is crazy. You had to go all the way to San Antonio because that's still where you're registered.
My bad. But continue your thought with the Twitter.
But dude,
a lot of things
like
on Twitter doesn't.
Twitter posts just like, if you don't go vote, like, you hate America. And it's just like all just like super young people that are just like that can't even vote themselves, and they're like, you better go vote.
I think the funniest thing about that is that I feel like I didn't know anything, and a lot of people didn't know much about politics back then. Maybe I was just younger,
Yeah.
but I feel like now that everything is happening the way it's happening, more people are involved in it, and more people know what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which is why
And
we
that's
released
why-
last week's episode.
So yeah, exactly. So yeah, because I wouldn't have done that in another.
I
so
wouldn't
it's
say it was
just
aggressive. I'd say it was just informative.
Pretty informative. Pretty informative. But
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, it's like you can take it there. You can take it. It's there.
It's there.
It's like an hors d'oeuvre. It's there. You can take
It's
it.
an hors d'oeuvre.
Yeah.
How often are you
it's-
confronted by an hors d'oeuvre?
Less often than I'd like. I want more hors d'oeuvres.
I never had an hors d'oeuvre.
I'm off the voting. I'm talking about hors d'oeuvres now.
I'm talking about hors d'oeuvres now. What?
Pigs in a blanket. I like.
I love pigs in a blanket. Have you ever dipped a pigs in a blanket in queso?
No.
Dude, that's so good.
Hmm.
I don't like what we're doing
That
here.
made me think. I was at dinner last night and I
Where'd you
was
go?
I was eating Italian. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
And I was talking to the person who was next to me, and they said they're building a fursuit head for their friend, and it was a ferret.
A ferret?
Yeah, and I didn't ask anything about a fursuit. No, we weren't talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't really talking about anything that had to do with it. And yeah.
Dude,
So that was my little story
I
of what happened
watched-
last night, and that's kind of how it felt too. While I was saying that, that's kind of how it felt while I was
You were
listening
just
to
like,
it. I was like
all right.
kind of confused as to what was happening because I was like, huh.
Isn't it weird?
Because I don't care. Obviously, I asked her questions about how she made it because I honestly don't know how you make it. Apparently, you use a bucket first of all.
A bucket?
Yeah, that's how like the base. Of course, you use a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
But so it was interesting. But I was just like, wow, like I was kind of out of nowhere.
Huh.
It caught me off guard. I'll say.
Yeah.
I was caught off guard last night, and then
when she said that, you were like, you just on like instinct, you were like, "You freak!"
no.
And then she was like, "What?" And
The
you're
fact
like,
of the
"Nothing."
matter, the thing is that like she actually made me have to like think about what I was saying.
Wow.
You know those people who make you like be like, oh, like what? You have to snap back real quick
Yeah.
and be like,
And you're just
bath
like, I
time,
have
yeah.
to. You're just like, bath time. I have to fully. Jesus.
That was how the conversation topic got introduced to me.
Well, I'm making a fursuit. And you were like, "What?"
Yeah, because I was just eating Italian food.
Dude, that's just a wet suit. That's what bothers me about it. Is that he'll have to dry that.
I
He
can't
or she'll
imagine
have to
being
dry
in
that.
like a mascot suit. I
The
applaud
mouth
them.
moves.
Yeah, so what we're watching right now, man, we need big boys with visuals soon. But what we're watching right now, yeah, so a big wet fursuit.
It's such just it's a wet fursuit.
But I gotta say, it's cool. You gotta say that's cool, like how the mouth opens.
It is very
Imagine
cool.
like if
It looks very well made.
It's wet. It's
so wet. It's just wet fur.
I hope they like. I don't know how can you air dry that though. Like,
No.
honestly,
Don't pose like that.
I'm like so torn because I'm like, oh god, but then I'm like, oh wow, that was really well done, and I'm like, oh, and it's like a tumbling. Like I feel maybe I'm a furry.
I don't know, dude.
Maybe I don't mind this.
Hey,
I have a change of heart now. I think Diego, keep that on.
Diego, keep that on.
Well, I don't want to know what sound was on
You
the video.
didn't hear that.
Dude,
This does it for some people.
it does it for me. So maybe I am.
That dog is like, who the hell are you?
Like genuine. The dog. Oh, yay! Dog is in the bath now, getting washed.
Dude, the dog's legs were so straight.
Dude, what if we weren't watching a video and we just made that whole thing
We're
up?
just doing a whole bit.
Wow, the people don't know. They don't
I'd
have
be
the
so
visuals.
impressed.
That's the best part about not having a visual on Big Boys
Is
yet.
that we could
we
be
don't
lying.
have to. Yeah, we don't have the camera on our face. They can't see our facial
Well,
expressions.
the thing. Well, when do we want to tell them that I'm not actually Nate? I'm Juan and you're Nate.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been thinking about when, and I'm thinking soon.
We'll do it soon.
When we get on podcast app.
When we get on Apple Podcasts, that's when we'll tell them.
If
that
there's
I'm
one I want
Juan.
to be on, I want to be on the podcast app. I think.
Yeah,
the
That's when we
best
know
one.
we've
I'm
made
gonna
it big.
research it and then.
Okay.
You heard it here first.
I like that we just had a little. Guys, y'all just saw the most candid creative meeting we've ever had. One sec, sorry.
We talked about it. I mean, yeah.
Wanted to take a break and drink out of his hydro
I had to
flask.
drink out of my water bottle. Don't dox me like that, dude.
Say it's a hydro flask.
I can't.
Call it what it is.
Listen,
Give it power.
That's
if
the
you
thing
give
about,
it to a name,
That's
if
the
you give
thing
it a
about
name,
owning a hydro flask. You can't leave it anywhere.
you can't.
No, because somebody will take it.
Oh, somebody will take it.
No matter where you leave. Like, if it was a regular water, I've left my water bottle at home so many times. I can't leave this. Because if I don't text somebody or if I don't do something in an immediate hour, somebody will be like, whose is this? And even if they knew whose it was like, oh, it's mine now.
You were like, well, it's here. Like if
Because
you left
a hydro flask like its own. It doesn't have an owner.
No, a hydro flask doesn't have an owner.
My old water bottle was more my water. Like this is my. I like drinking water from this. I love this thing.
But it's not your
I
water
do not
bottle.
own it.
Wow.
And I will never use my old water bottle again. But
And you bought that water bottle.
yeah, I got a gas give, and I'll never use my other one. I'll keep using this, but I do not own this hydro flask.
I don't
You know
own
what
this
mean?
hydro flask.
It's not mine.
So,
Once
like-
I lose it, I gave it to
So here's
whoever
the
finds
thing.
it.
What if you left it here? I took it, and then like you didn't see it for like 3 weeks, and then one day I just bring it to the recording.
That's the contract I sign. And once I lose a hydro flask, I do
What?
not own it. But I'm basically renting it until I lose it.
I'm renting it until I lose it, and somebody
Leave
else
it. Sorry,
takes
leave it somewhere, and then somebody takes it because it's not. There you go. That's how a hydro flask works.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. Guys, you don't own your hydro
That's crazy.
flask.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like high-end water bottles. The only thing I would spend.
I want a hydro flask.
So I don't think you should get a hydro flask. I think you should get one of those water bottles that purify themselves.
Oh, like it has a
You
filter
just
in
press
it?
a button and just clean water. But then again, that might just be a little germophobic thing.
Well, what if I want to just be a stereotypical college student and buy a hydro flask and just put every sticker I find on it?
What stickers would you put on it?
I don't know. I don't have any stickers.
That's something I like to think about. Is that whenever I have a sticker, I don't
Yeah.
ever have a place to put. Like
Yeah.
when I find a spot for a sticker, best believe that's where it's staying. And even if they're removable, like I thought about where I was gonna put that,
dude.
because the sticker's permanent. Like once you rip it off, you have to throw it away.
Exactly.
So if it's a limited edition sticker, it's like I gotta think. I still have stickers that aren't stuck yet. They're just
really, dude. That's the thing. Like I don't like. It's kind of like a tattoo. Like I don't like the reason why I don't know if I'll get a tattoo is because I don't know if I can find something that I'll want on me forever. Because I change my mind too often. In the moment, I might be like, yeah, I'm gonna keep this on me forever.
Yeah.
But like 5 years down the line, I'll be like, why did I get that?
That's why maybe don't get matching
stickers.
tattoos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you feel like
that's why I feel about stickers because I'm like, do I want to put this on my laptop?
Yeah, because then what if I want to
take it
get
off?
rid of it or damn. Sticker talk.
Sticker talk with the stick boys, with the sticky boys.
That really used to be a reward though.
Stickers,
School,
yeah. And like you said that shit with your chest.
Fight.
You were like, I have a gold star.
Stickers.
You don't, Rebecca.
Put it on my phone.
Sit down.
I told y'all that Easter story, right?
Which Easter story?
About the little girl who knew where the eggs were.
Yeah, you did.
And that's what I'm saying.
And that just infuriated you?
No, like she didn't earn that.
No.
Just like I had to earn those as I had to earn those stickers.
What,
I had to like
pull
my card.
I'd say
go up and turn your card to red.
Dude, I'd say that's a perfect analogy just for growing up in America.
What?
She knew where the eggs were. She didn't earn it, but she reaped the reward of it. And you didn't know where the eggs were, and you had to work twice as hard to be able to.
And I got some eggs.
You got some eggs, but you didn't
But
get
I didn't get the one
them.
that they hyped us all about.
You didn't get the one that you wanted.
But I can find the one that I wanted by being.
By
it's got to be somebody's son.
By going to college.
Wow, that metaphor took a turn.
That took such a dark turn.
We got to get those kids to college.
You got to get those kids to college. I ask of you once more, go to college, so I can pay you. I can pay you debt. Let me pay your debt.
I'm once again asking.
Is
he out? I think this is a live me actually like wondering, is he out at this point?
He's still in, dude. Honestly,
is he still in? Is voting still going on?
I don't know.
I
don't
either.
think he's. I don't think
that's why we need Logan.
Yeah, I know. We always need Logan here to update us. But I don't think he'll stop until November 5th, the day after the election. Then he'll be like,
you could still write my name down.
Yeah, still write my name down. I promise.
There is another tab. Now we have changed the fight. Go to the other tab.
Go to the other tab.
And press right.
We will start a revolution.
SANDER.
BANANAS.
BANANAS.
And
then he catches the water bottle with his cat-like reflexes. No, yeah. So if he doesn't win, he told you how to spell his name. He's from
Vermont. Ben
and Jerry's is from Vermont too.
Are they really?
Right?
Dude,
everything good just comes from Vermont.
Ben and Jerry's is the only ice cream I'll eat. Well, I mean,
really?
I'll eat on my own. I'll eat ice cream like if somebody hands me ice cream, but Ben and Jerry's, I'll be like, yes, let's go get Ben and Jerry's.
You'll be like, yes, let's go get Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah.
That's what you'll be like.
Let's go get Benny's. Let's go get Benny's and then put Benadryls in them.
Isn't Benihana's? Is that that's the place where they cook in front of you?
Is it? I don't know. I've never.
You're supposed to know. The reason I asked you to be on this podcast with me is because whatever I don't know, you know, and whatever you don't know, I know. So we're making us look really stupid right now.
So the fact that you don't know something that I don't know is making it bad. It's making us look bad. And we have 10 minutes left in this podcast, so figure out where Benihana's is.
Dude, I have no clue. I don't know what.
I don't know, dude. Dude. At Burger King today on the way here, you saw that. I told you earlier.
I saw that.
I told you earlier. I took a bite of Burger King and I was like, "This tastes like after vomit." Like immediately after you throw up and you're like, you haven't brushed your teeth yet, and you're just kind of like.
Yeah, it's awfully brave of you to assume I brush my teeth after I vomit.
It's awfully brave of you to assume I brush my teeth in general.
I like to sit in it because if I gotta work myself up to brush my teeth.
Really?
No. Of course I brush my teeth.
Of course I brush my teeth immediately.
What was wrong with you?
When was the last time you threw up?
Like 2 days ago.
Really?
Like less than a week ago type thing.
You threw up 2 days ago?
Yeah, it's because I woke up. I felt really nauseous. I don't know if I ate something bad. I don't even think I ate something bad. I think I didn't even eat too much. I just ate, and I don't know. I guess it was something bad. But then I went to I literally knew though. I woke up, hobbled over 3 a.m. mid-sleep. Threw up, brushed my teeth, went back to sleep, and I woke up feeling great.
And I was
after I drank some water. That's what I like about throwing up. Once I realized that, because I did it when I was older, and I was scared because it's been 8 years. But once I realized that it's like it feels great, doesn't really hurt, it just feel better. I was like, okay,
It's just like
I was like, it's like reverse pooping, and I tasted.
I was about to say,
that's
it
about
feels-
it. That's
yeah.
it. It feels the same relief. I was like, okay.
it really.
just
it really
tasted
is
it.
reverse pooping.
If you didn't taste it, you'd be fine.
Dude, last time I
We're
threw
off
up was
this-
New Year's
we're off-
Eve.
New Year's Eve,
Yeah, because I had some bad shrimp.
dude. It's always bad food, isn't it?
It is always bad food. Were you gonna say something? Were you gonna bring something up?
I was just gonna say New Year's Eve. I was gonna talk about holidays in general.
Oh,
About the fact that like so many things happen on holidays. Nothing can happen on a holiday, but you'll remember it because it's a holiday.
yeah, like you'll be like, oh, like well, I mean, it was July 4th. So
Yeah, exactly. It'll be like, oh,
That's
what
when I
did
did
I
my
do that day? It's like,
taxes.
well, that New Year's Eve I didn't really do anything, but you'll remember that.
you'll remember
So
that it was New Year's
those
Eve.
days are marked, but there's also days that you mark yourselves with
They're straight
big
up.
things.
You're totally
So-
right, because there's like a day that all I remember doing, like when I was really young, is I built a Lego set and then told my mom good night, and then I went to bed. And like that was just like a normal day back when I was a kid.
Yeah,
But I remember
for
that it
some
was New
reason.
Year's Eve.
Exactly, and it's just so yeah, that's just interesting
That's so odd.
because they're I don't know. It's almost like they're not forced, but man-made
Yeah.
memory days. Because I think that's
Well, I
also
know
why
you-
so many people like can have such bad history with them because
Yeah.
they just
So some people are like, I hate holidays.
you get one chance, you get one day. I mean,
Well, you
so like, if
also-
you make them bad,
You also don't like Ramadan.
me.
You also don't like Ramadan, cool? Because you don't.
What
did you-
Don't like
What
Ramadan.
did you say about Muslims before we started recording?
What's happening right
Wait,
now?
well, no. What did you say? What did
I'm
you say?
just kidding.
What did? Well, no. Before we
Okay,
started
reached
recording,
30
you said.
minutes. I can
you said-
actually end the recording. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. We weren't recording the whole time.